The American Express Gold Card is offering 90,000 membership reward points to new cardholders. That's worth at least $1,800 of value. And this is 50% more than the standard offer of 60,000 points, and it's 10,000 points more than the previous all-time high offer of 80,000 points. I guess they're just trying to keep up with inflation. Even better, the offer that I received required just $4,000 to spend over the first 6 months, compared to the typical $6,000. And some people are even seeing an additional $200 credit on top of that. American Express is well known for these sorts of targeted card offers, whether you're an existing customer or not, so it pays to go to their website and see what they have in the cards for you. Now, they typically target people who they think they're going to profit from, people who use the card a lot, and this card does have an annual fee, but if you play your cards right, you can profit too. As I said before, those 90,000 points for the sign-up offer are worth at least $1,800, and that's because American Express points are typically valued at around 2 cents per point. But if you use those points to book certain types of travel, they can be worth a lot more. Now, I got my card a few months ago toward the end of 2023, but as far as I can tell, the offer is still ongoing. Now, if you go online and you don't see the offer, then you might want to see if you have a friend or family member who can refer you if they have the card. For example, my girlfriend's had the card for a few years now, and she sent me a referral offer. That offer was for 60,000 points for myself and 30,000 for her, and while those add up to the same 90,000 points between the two of us, the offer required that I spend $6,000 to spend in the first 6 months, compared to the offer I got, which only needed $4,000. Now, I think I'm going to spend more than that $6,000 anyway, but this way, I get to keep all the points for myself. So sign-up bonus offers aside, is it still worth getting the American Express Gold Card in 2024? Well, yeah, I think so. Considering that cards like the Amex Gold and Platinum that don't have a preset spending limit don't count toward your maximum card number limit with American Express, it doesn't hurt to get the card. And especially with the changes that American Express made last year, where now if you have the Platinum card already, you're no longer eligible for bonus sign-up offers on the Amex Gold. So if you're thinking about getting the Gold and the Platinum someday, and you don't already have the Platinum, then you better get the Gold card first, and then get the Platinum so you can get the sign-up offer on both cards. Now initially, I got the Amex Gold card because I was simply looking for a better card with more points for grocery purchases. Now I usually just order groceries from Amazon Fresh and Whole Foods, so I use my Amazon Prime Visa card, where I get 5% back on those purchases, because it just saves me so much time from having to go out and drive around here out in Seattle. But a lot of times we need to get something from the Uwajimaya or the Asian Family Market, and that Prime Visa card doesn't get me anything there, so before the best I was doing was 1.5% back with my Freedom Unlimited, or effective 2.25% back when I use it with the Chase Reserve. And yeah, you can get 6% back on groceries with the Amex Blue Cash Preferred card, but that card has a $95 annual fee, which means I'd have to spend $1,600 to offset that annual fee. And personally, that card has no other benefits that I care about. I already get 5% back on fuel with my City Custom Cash card, and I use my Chase Sapphire Reserve for an effective 4.5% back on any transit purchases. And I just don't pay enough on streaming services to care about the 6% back there. So for me, the Amex Gold with 4 points per dollar spent on groceries fits the bill. Now, I do get 4% back on groceries with my Verizon Visa card, which I've reviewed on the channel before. You can go look up that video if you're interested, but I value the Amex points much more than I value the cash back that I get with that Verizon Visa card. So let's talk about that $250 annual fee. Now, the first year $250 dining credit of years past is long gone. However, you still get $10 per month in Uber Cash, which you can use either for rides in the Uber app itself or for food purchases with Uber Eats. And that can be either a delivery or a pickup order. You also get a $10 dining credit per month on certain apps and restaurants like Grubhub, Cheesecake Factory, Shake Shack. I think there are a few others. There's a list online you can go check. So combined, that comes out to $240 per year, which all but offsets that $250 annual fee. Now, we use food delivery apps like Grubhub and Uber Eats and DoorDash too, but that's covered by my Chase Sapphire Reserve. Anyway, we use those apps all the time because, once again, trying to drive around Seattle here can take up hours out of your day. Now, we'll probably cut back on the deliveries because there's that new Seattle food delivery surcharge tax, whatever, which is crazy, but that's for another video. But we'll definitely still use these apps at least once a month for pickups, which means, yeah, I do have to go and drive out, I guess. But there are so many special offers in these apps that it makes sense to use them. For example, using Uber Eats tonight, we got about $50 worth of ramen and appetizers from one of our favorite restaurants nearby for just about $25. Now, aside from those credits, you get 4 points per dollar on dining purchases, but I'll probably still be using my Chase Sapphire Reserve for that since I get an effective 4.5% back there. And it's a similar story for travel. The Amex Gold gives you 3 points per dollar, but my Chase Sapphire Reserve gives me an effective 4.5 points per dollar. On all other purchases, you get just 1 point per dollar, so for those purchases where they don't fall under any other special categories on any other cards, I'll still be using my Chase Freedom Unlimited or my Chase Freedom if the category makes sense, where I get an effective 2.25% back after I transfer those points into the Sapphire Reserve. So if you can't tell, traditionally I've been somewhat of a Chase fanboy, and I still love my Chase cards. But the more I use my Amex cards, the more I'm growing to appreciate them. And the thing that surprised me the most about Amex is just how good the offers are. From my experiences, they've been far more valuable than any Chase offers I've received. For example, the Amex Gold has an offer running right now for $10 back per month on Adobe. So for me, I pay for Creative Cloud every month so I can make these videos. So that's $30 back right there for the next 3 months. And then they're also running an offer right now where if you spend $500 at select Hilton hotels, you get $100 back. So we were planning a trip to Las Vegas here next month, and I was going to spend that money anyways. So don't tell my Chase card, but Amex, you got the sale on that one. So when you add up the value of the dining credits, the points themselves, the intro offer, and then the merchant offers, the card more than pays for itself. So all in all, I had been eyeing this card for quite some time now, and I'm glad I finally pulled the trigger and got it. In just the few short months that I've had the card, it's already paid for itself many times over, and I've just been really happy using it. With American Express, you get an instant approval in most cases. You also get an instant card number so you can go online and make purchases right away. And they'll even tell you if you're eligible for the sign-up offer before they pull your credit. So my advice is that if you go online and you don't see the offer for the improved sign-on bonus, then check back in a few days because these offers change all the time. And if they see that you're shopping around for the card, well, they might just change their mind and give it to you. Now, if you're interested in applying, I'll drop a link in the description below, and I'd appreciate it if you use that link because I'll get a referral bonus out of it, and that really helps the channel out. If you have any questions about the card, then feel free to drop me a comment below and I'll do my best to answer them. Oh, and if you do get the card and you need a wallet to put it in, then check out my recent review of the Pioneer Carry Division Billfold. This is my new everyday carry wallet. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a like, and I talk about travel, tech, photography, videography, credit cards, and anything else that improves your experience as a travel photographer or videographer. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.